With exercises number 105, 106, and 107, we're going to be looking at something called a slur. Again, this has to do with your bow, and so it's going to be a different bow. This is going to take a lot of practice, and it's going to feel really, really weird at first. But if you practice it a little bit every day, the more you practice, the easier it'll come. If you look at your definition above number 105, a slur is a curved line placed above or below two or more different notes. It tells you to play the notes smoothly in the same bow direction. So I've written two notes on the board here, and a slur looks like this. It goes from one note head to the next note head. If my stems were facing down, you might see it above the note heads, but it means the same thing. That is a slur. In order to play a slur, you're going to play more than one note on the same bow direction, but you're not going to stop your bow at all. So in other words, just try doing some long bows with me. Now, to practice how the slur actually works, I want you to very rapidly move between the notes D and E. So 0 fingers plus 1 finger. But try to keep your bow moving the same direction as you do that. And like I said, that can feel really weird at first because we're so used to doing a détaché bowing where we're moving our bow back and forth. We're so used to that our arm wants to do that. So before you even dive into these exercises, I would recommend just doing that a few times, moving between a few different fingerings while just keeping your bow moving as you do it. Once you feel comfortable with that, and you've done that a few times, then you can start to look at number 105. 105 is just moving between the notes D and E. In measure 1, you're playing D to E, and that's going to be on one bow direction. That bow direction is going to be a down bow. So measure 1 sounds like this. Rest, rest. Maybe you want to take a second just to pause the video and practice that a few times. Until that feels natural. Measure 2 uses an up bow, and you're moving from the note E to D with a slur. And again, maybe you want to practice that a few times. And now just when you're getting used to slurs and you're thinking, oh, I can do this, it changes the game on you. In measure 3, we're back to a détaché. Down, up, down, up. And then in measure 4, they want you to play the same notes, but now a slur. And then another slur. So at this point, what you want to make sure is that you can play all of those measures separately, just like we just did. And then once you feel like you can do them separately, then we can try playing them all together. If you're ready for that, let's try all of 105. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, 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 rest. Did you keep your bow moving in the right direction the entire time? If so, really excellent job. If you need to go back and practice this, like I said, it takes some time. If you need 3 days in a row just to do this exercise until you get it, that's okay. We have the time for it. Now, once you're done with number 105, you start looking at number 106. In this one, we're practicing our slurs too, but now we're moving from more than just D to E. In measure 1, we go from D to E. In measure 2, we go from D to F sharp. In measure 3, we go from D to G. And in measure 4, we go from D to A. They want us to use that 4th finger for A. Again, if you need to move that elbow in to reach all the way to the 4th finger tape, that's okay. With this one as well, practice each measure separately first. I'll do that with you now. In measure 1, we have a slur between the first 2 notes, and it sounds like this. Ready, go. Measure 2, the bow is going to look the same, but you're changing from a D to an F sharp now. ready, go. And measure 4, D to G. And measure 4, D to A. Once you're able to play each measure separately and you're able to play it correctly, then you're ready to try the whole thing with me. 1, 2, ready, go. (107) Connectability up and down. And in parentheses it says play the D major scale with slurs. So you're going D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. We've been doing those notes since the beginning of the year. That's not the hard part. The hard part is connecting all of them with your bowings. So let's do 2 notes at a time to begin with. Let's go D to E. Practice that as many times as you need to. And then you can go on to F sharp, G. On to A and B. And C sharp, D. Next note's D again, down to C sharp. Then B, A. Then G, F sharp. Then E, D. All together, let's play it. Number 107. 1, 2, ready, go. At this point, hopefully you feel pretty good about slurs. If you need more practice time, please take it.